Good morning. Let's go see outside.
I have been feeling very called to reach out to a certain friend of mine for really strongly, probably a few days. She just continues to pop into my sphere. And I'm trying to pay attention to that and act on it. So I sent her a text a couple of nights ago, a voice memo actually, because I don't like to text. I didn't hear back from her. I thought that was strange. I know I'm a little wacky and I'm gonna turn some people off, and that's totally okay. This is just not one of those people I would imagine I would have turned off, because she is a dolphin. One of the most boisterous dolphins maybe ever. She's an artist, an incredible painter. I really love her work. Sometimes I'll see her work and I'll just stare at it. It speaks to me. And this is my point. What was my main point here? This is the story of the power of our own intuition if we would only listen to it. Good Lord, was I stuck in my own way for so long. So long. Thank you for the release, the sweet release. The big you. So I texted another friend of mine last night and I was like, hey, what's up with, let's call her Maverick. I said, what's up with Maverick? So she tells me that my artist friend Maverick is going through. I didn't know that. I had no idea. This is a gal who presents flawlessly on Facebook, like most of us do or did. You know what? It was as hard for me to let go of the picture that I had painted for all of you as my kids were growing up, and I was making these potent videos of their growing up, and I was in love with my creative side, and the rest of me I really was pretty miserable in, even though I presented nicely. Because we keep the darkness inside, we keep the struggles inside, and we paint this poetic vision, and we don't realize that the whole time we're not only duping you who are watching, we are duping ourselves because we are falling in love with the dream we are painting. And everybody likes it and comments on it. And yay, my life is so great, la 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 la. And that is dangerous. I think that is dangerous if we could use the canvas of Facebook and all the other ones to be a little more three-dimensional. I wish we could paint the shadows into the beauty, yet I've been guilty of it myself. Of course I was behind the camera, so you all couldn't see at that time that I was large and not in charge and depressed and sad and scared and boozing every night. Let me tell you, if there's any way to hell, it's through booze. The more of it, the faster you'll go. And when we're painting that dream, at least for me, the more I painted it, the more I needed false reassurance that I'm okay, that my life is okay. And man, oh man, was I barking up the wrong tree there. Oh God. It all really comes from within us, you know? What allows me to get on here and just kind of slice myself open. Hey everybody, here's my heart, the heart. What allows me to do that is that I am more and more settled into the fact that your opinion of me and what I do, how I do it, what I say, when I say it, yada, 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 it's frankly none of my business. I wish we as a culture could be significantly less attached to what anybody thinks of us. That would be my biggest hope. Maverick, I say to you, and I say to anybody in the middle of a divorce or separation or breakup, my God, the pain is real, it's necessary, and wow, is there a magnificent rainbow on the other side of all that shit. I'm telling you, it's fantastic out here on the other side of that. It's incredible. I feel like the podcast that I produced 5 years ago, it is the woman's voice who could feel that call. I could feel a call of something beyond me. I sure wanted to believe it. I was in no space to do that. My podcast is called Sabbatical or Suicide. I know the title scares people. They'll be like, so what's it called? Sabbatical or Suicide? And they're like, It's true. It's true. And typically those aren't the people that I made the show for. What I did with that podcast is I told the story I so desperately wanted to hear. At a time when I was going through a divorce, I had been home with my kids for 7 years. I had no idea how my life was gonna look if I left my marriage and stepped out into my own. I felt like I was abandoning my children. Oh, and that's why I need to follow the flow, man. It's hard sometimes. To Maverick, I told the story because I wanted to see. I just wanted to know if it was possible to step into a full potentia in the middle of life when we feel like our ship has passed us. I wanted to know what would happen to do something really crazy. It was kind of probably the burning embers of Coffee with Kam 5 years ago. This call, this drive to tell a story, share a story, so that other people don't feel so alone. I'm talking to you. And so I grabbed a couple microphones and a backpack, y'all, literally, and I hopped on an airplane to Europe. And I stayed in hostels. Basically was having kind of a grand finality of what addiction and lost in the dark side of self looks like. It was basically a letting go of that. And for 4 years, I have not been able to wrap that podcast yet. I could not wrap it, close it, tie it up, put it away. I could not do that. And I couldn't do it because the ending was never clear to me. And when something isn't clear and we don't know what to do, we don't do anything at all, right? So Sabbatical or Suicide has just sat there in a creative limbo. On that note, I am here to say it is one hell of a ride out here, y'all. I know the ending now.